Back when the death penalty was active in Jamaica, death row was located at the St. Catherine District Prison in Spanish Town. This was the site of all executions in Jamaica since the year 1900. The condemned prisoners were held on Block A, which at that time housed the death cells. In 1972, death row inmates were moved to an expanded and more secure location on the upper floor of the prison's Gibraltar block, where 26 single prison cells were arranged on either side of a corridor. Another 3 cells were situated adjacent to the death chamber that housed the gallows and used to hold inmates in the days immediately preceding their scheduled execution. Upon admission, the inmate was met by the prisoner's senior warder, assigned a religious affiliation when they declared they had none, and escorted to a reception room where they were fingerprinted, photographed, and searched. Although I am not able to verify, some literature suggests that the men were dressed in prison uniforms with the word condemned written in bold black letters across the back and taken to Block A referred to earlier. Each inmate was given a slop pail, a jug for holding water, a drinking cup, and a blanket. Each prisoner was kept in a separate cell. Each cell was approximately 9 feet long, 6 feet wide, and 10 feet high. The walls and floor of the cells were made of concrete. Each prisoner on death row is issued monthly with toilet paper, bath soap, and toothpaste. On request, each prisoner is entitled to a Bible, other reading material, and stationaries. The cells were in rows and they face each other and are separated by a corridor approximately 13 feet wide. There were bright fluorescent lamps in the ceiling along the corridor. These lights were never turned off. Each cell had a socket above the door on the outside of the cells. Some inmates reportedly placed wires inside the sockets to light bulbs inside their cells, and others attached the wires to hot plates which they used for cooking. There were open spaces at the 2 sides of the building where the inmates were housed. The space on one side was about 9 feet by 120 feet, and the other side was about 36 by 110 feet. At the front, there was an open space of about 27 feet by 45 feet. The ventilation in the cells was reportedly very good, as air flows freely through the doors and the cells. Each prisoner reportedly cleaned his cell daily under the supervision of a warder. The prisoners were supplied with disinfectant. Cleaning the cells entails wiping the floor clean with a sponge or a cloth. The prisoners swept the corridor, which runs along the cells daily. The slop pail which was issued to the prisoners had a cover. If a prisoner used the pail during the day, he requested permission from a warder on duty and is allowed to empty the pail in a general area provided for that purpose. A pipe with running water is at the place where the pails are emptied, and each prisoner is given disinfectant to wash his bucket when he empties it. If a prisoner uses a pail in the night, he is allowed to empty it the following morning when the warder arrives on duty. Condemned men were allowed to keep radios in their cells, provided that the radio was operated with batteries. The light reflected in the cells was adequate for prisoners to read during the day and at nights. There was a daily routine for each prisoner on the condemned cells. At approximately 8:30 a.m., the warder unlocks the cell door and allows the prisoner to empty his slop pail. He is allowed to wash his face and brush his teeth. He is then returned to his cell and he is given breakfast. After breakfast, he was allowed to exercise in the open area at the side of the building and to take his bath. He may also, if he wished, be allowed to see the doctor, attend at the administrative office, his attorney at law, religious advisor, or any other visitor. The time spent varies depending on the circumstances. He was then returned to his cell where he was given lunch. In the afternoon, the cell was unlocked and the process was repeated. That is, to empty slop pail and exercise. The prisoner was then returned to his cell and given another meal. The cell is then locked until the following morning.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And remember to share the video with your friends and family. And browse the channel for more quality content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them!